Boy, Real Talk with Big Dave, and y'all know what it is. What up, though? It's been a minute. Don't worry about it. We're going to get it popping, you dig? Well, I got a special guest on the show today. Would you like to tell him your name, bruh?
What up, though? What up, though? What's good, y'all? It's your boy Dame D from the What Up, Though show. Just here to talk about this good topic we about to talk about real quick.
Well. Let's get into this topic. Say it ain't so, Tyler Perry. Say it ain't so. Another mogul. Another mogul being accused. You did. Well, let's get into this topic.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Tyler Perry, what's up? I can't understand this. I can only be real with y'all and tell y'all the facts and the truth of whatever I know. Probably the same stuff y'all know, but let's talk real talk, though. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Why does this stuff keep repeating itself? We just went through this with P. Diddy. And what P. Diddy said, it don't stop. And guess what? He meant business when he said that. You did? Because guess what? They wasn't able to charge him with most of them charges, especially the ones that would have gave him life. They hurting. Cassie hurting. I don't understand why she wasn't locked up. All she did is sell her soul to the devil because she was part of that ring. She was calling and threatening goddamn male prostitutes, talking about she gonna kill them. Who she gonna kill?
Right.
And she admitted she was wanting these freak outs. Now, hold up. Wait a fucking minute. I got some audio. That I want to get to, and then we're going to give you the breakdown after we listen to some of this audio. Let's get into it, bro.
Actor and writer Christian Keys is now being mentioned in the lawsuit that Derek Dixon has filed against Tyler Perry for sexual harassment and battery. So earlier today, we reported to you that Derek Dixon, a former actor that was on Tyler Perry's The Oval, is suing Tyler Perry, accusing him of sexual harassment, accusing him of touching him without his consent. But a lot of people have been mentioning the name Christian Keys. You may recall, I think it was last year that Christian Keys did a live on social media and talked about a very popular black billionaire that has been sexually harassing him for years. However, no one has heard anything from Christian Keys since in regards to those statements. Well, now, if you look at the lawsuit, Christian Keys' name is mentioned. And they say, in fact, it is alleged that Christian Keys and others may have been subjected to the same sexual harassment, and TPS, Tyler Perry Studios, knowingly covered up the harassment to protect Mr. Perry. TPS allegedly took actions against Mr. Keys, including but not limited to paying Mr. Keys a certain sum of money and threatening him if he didn't disclose Perry's sexual harassment. If you remember the videos that we did on Christian Keys, back then, it seemed as if he was about to go to law enforcement with his accusations. But subsequently, we haven't heard a thing since.
Well. Well, dang, let's break this down. This is Christian D. Keys. This is the producer, supposedly, huh?
Right.
You know, that's been doing all these, movies. And the Derek Dixon thing, we're going to get into that audio real soon. But come on, man. Tyler Perry, out of all people, what do you think about this?
Man, a lot of the accusations that's been coming up, they sound like they can be true, because most of these guys that, as you hear in the video, he worked with this guy for like over 200 and something scenes, what I mean, in the movie that they had. So, we're going to find out sooner or later, you know what I mean? But to me, it sounds like the allegations may have a little truth to it, Dave.
Well, look, I never had nothing against Tyler Perry. When a lot of people say they think he gay, they think he is because they'll never see him with a woman and all this stuff. Listen, I don't know. I don't know him personally. They knock him for doing Medea. They knock him for a lot of stuff. So, but one thing I can say about this guy, and I ain't saying he did nothing, and I ain't saying that he was right or wrong about nothing right now, because all I hear is somebody being accused.
Right.
To found guilty in the court of law. I can't say he did or not, but it make you wonder. But this is a black mogul, not only has his own studio all through Georgia, one of the biggest ever. He don't even have to deal with Hollywood. He is Hollywood for black people.
Right. And he keep a lot of people employed,
Man,
a lot of black actors
man.
employed.
Listen, man.
You know, but before I add my comments or before we go any further, we got a few people that's commenting. So I'm gonna read some of the comments, but make sure that you guys if you're not a subscriber to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Real talk, Dave is over here putting out real good content for you guys. It's free to hit that subscribe button, so make sure that you hit it, but I'm gonna read out a few comments, before we go any further. You had I don't have my glasses on, so y'all bear with me. My reading glasses, I should say. You had Local Fatty said, "What up,
What up? What up?"
You had Alex Garcia said, "Hi, what up, though, Alex?" You had Minecraft. He said, "What up, though?" Alex Garcia said, "What up, though?" Minecraft again said, "Hi." Alex Garcia said, "Barely any people. It's okay, guy. Keep trying." For sure. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. So yeah, like I said, keep the comments going, keep the thumbs up going. We over here, hey, putting out good content. But back to what you were saying today.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it going always until we get to the way we want it. Believe me, it'll be a shocker.
For sure.
But at the end of the day, Tyler Perry, he's putting a lot of jobs out here, a lot of them. We need him to win. We need him to get a win. And if he did do this, he need to get what he deserves. But we need a win from him, because whenever you can put somebody to work that stay next door to me, or either put me to work and I turn to a star, that's big. A lot of these people, he ain't even sent them to acting school. So at the end of the day, if he's guilty of something, prove it. If he ain't, keep it moving.
Local Fatty said, "I always thought Tyler Perry was Tyler the Creator." Local Fatty also said, "No. This is America, guilty until proven innocent." That's deep. So you saying he guilty until proven innocent? And I'm gonna say, it needs to be enough for that. He's innocent until proven guilty. We do not need this man. And now if he's guilty, then hey, send him where he needs to be. But he's one of the only people out here that's giving these black actors jobs. No one is putting these actors on. You just had, what was her name? The black chick who had been complaining about being jobless, or how she wasn't getting a lot of work through the. She played in Cookie in the Empire, but
I can't remember.
Taji
Henson.
Yeah, Taji Henson. She's one of the black actors that that he's given jobs to and put to work. That was out of work. Struggling. You know what I mean? He put a lot of people on. So without him, it's going to be a lot of black actors that's out of work.
Hey, well, remember that Monique said Tyler Perry is a snake. She said Tyler Perry is dirty. They said he got so much money, they can do what they want.
Well, a lot of people would say different, though, Dave, because she said a lot of shit about motherfuckers she beefed out with.
Of course.
So I'm not going to say she's not right, and I'm not going to say she is, but it seems like when things is going good for her,
it's all good.
It's all good, but when things are going bad, she want to put everybody out there, So and even at one point, he put her on, gave her a loan, and put her on. So Tyler Perry is definitely needed, in the black community with the black.
We need listen, we need Tyler Perry to get a damn win, and that's just facts. Tyler Perry getting the job done out here. He's doing more ever. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent putting them on too, but Tyler Perry on another level with this.
No, he definitely is, man. Like I said, he's definitely feeding a lot of black folks. He's opened up doors for a lot of people normally who wouldn't have these doors open. You know what I mean? He's took C-class celebrities and made them A-class celebrities. So he doing his thing. I hope these allegations aren't true, Dave.
Hey, I like to listen to a lot of other shows sometimes, man. And this guy, Battle Truth, man, said Tyler Perry's a creep. He says he's working for the devil and he's using the name of Jesus to get these guys in there in his web. That's what he said. He said, he's going to church, he's doing this and all this, and using the church to get his victims. That's what he said. So I don't know what Tyler Perry is doing, but I know this. Until proven guilty, he ain't did nothing.
Yeah,
Until proven guilty. But you know what's funny about this? We go from Diddy, is women and men. Now we at Tyler Perry, the one that everybody been saying is gay. Now it's a bunch of men coming out.
See, but my whole thing about
the Oval.
My whole thing about the Tyler Perry though, Dave, is why haven't he just need to go ahead and come out. You know, if he was to go on ahead and just come out and be open with it, you know, most of these allegations that have came out about him wouldn't even be allegations, you know, because he basically what these men are doing now is just trying to trying to out him. If he come out the closet and let everybody know that he's a homosexual, it wouldn't be a big thing. You know what I mean? You know, because we living in a culture and a time now where it's cool for motherfuckers to be relaxed with their sexuality. You know, for people like that, for Tyler Perry, I should say.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this: he couldn't do that. He couldn't do that, man. They'd tear him to pieces.
I mean, but everybody know he already gay. Most of the black community know that Tyler Perry is gay.
At least they think he is.
Well, at least we think he is.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing with us. We always think we know what we know because what we see. We don't know what the hell that man is. That man, he could be gay. He could not be. I don't know.
You know, and nothing against homosexuals or people that's gay. You know, my whole thing is, most men can spot a gay motherfucker from a mile away. And to me, he just, you can see a lot of the you know what? I'm not going to even say that. You know, it's just the rumors that's going on around Hollywood, and then just from his whole character, from how he originally came off with the whole what was her name with the dress and the character that he played. Yeah, with the whole Medea thing. You know what I mean?
A lot of people knock his shows because they, he got some beautiful shows. They're full of drama. They're full of love. They're full of always tragedy. But hey, Tyler Perry has made a name. He's a power mogul, and he's on his business. And I would hate to see that tore down because he wanted to have Happy Land. I would hate to see that tore down because he wanted Happy Land. But I don't understand is why are these black folks that's starting to be moguls find a way to destroy themselves?
Man, I think it's
why?
I think it's the money. I think the money. Listen, without the money, you don't have the power, and with the money, you have the power to be able to shut down avenues, shut down doors, and shut that person down who's even making the allegations against you. You know what I mean? So it's the money. Without the money, a lot of these motherfuckers will be locked up. A lot of them wouldn't even ever have access to some of the things and some of the people that they have access to. But I'm gonna read off some of these comments. Local Fatty said, "No, I'm not saying he's guilty. This is the first I'm hearing of it. I'm just saying anyone in America that's how it seems to be guilty until not proven guilty." Local Fatty also said, "What about CeeLo Green? American Idol was never the same without him."
Real talk. Real talk, facts.
And then he made one more comment. Local Fatty said, "For real, it's 2025. It's okay to be a rainbow warrior." And I agree with you 100%. I don't know why he has not came out the closet, a long time ago, because, Obama made it relaxed and easy for people like Tyler Perry to come out the closet.
And listen, I'm tired of people trying to put all that on Obama because this shit was going to happen anyway. That's what world we live in. The city council, all them people, the Senate, the House, a lot of them are gay. It is what it is. It's coming out.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So it was going to happen with Obama or not. It just was going to happen. That's just what kind of world we living in today. But my thing is, Tyler Perry, Diddy, whoever. This is a trend. You steady seeing this stuff happening. You just watched Diddy trial Tyler Perry, and then all along while you watching this trial, they after you.
Yeah, see, and this, listen, they
Shannon Sharp, how do you mess up your money with First Take for a saltine?
Shannon Sharp, you did
all in her crib. But you can't tell a man what to like because when a person gets somebody toes to curling, things change. Things change. How do you mess that up? You going to her apartment, you doing all kinds of stuff, man. Come on. Why Lulu can't get none of that money? Why LaQuisha can't get none of that money? You know, ain't that funny? You never see the black chicks on TV with Lord Up going after the Moguls.
Well, you got to ask yourself that question though. Why is it that? You know what I mean?
Every time they go to the Saltines, they come lawyered up.
Well, you heard what Cat said. Cat said that they don't know no better than to ask for no more than 100,000. They're not gonna come asking for no 50 million. No,
that's crazy
shit like that.
And that's a downgrade on our one.
Yeah,
because there's some of them out here. They ain't no fools.
Right.
That's just why they ain't messing with them. They going to pick the victims. You know what I'm saying? And it's wrong to do what they doing, but that's what they do. They get the easy, the ones that they can get in their mind and in their head.
Yeah, I think I think a lot of our athletes, our actors that try to switch over and get away from going with the sisters have a complex issue, because I think at the end of the day, a black woman is going to make you look good on the side of your hip. Not saying nothing, because to each his own. I'm not saying nothing is wrong with white women, but the whole thing is our athletes and stars should see it's been a repetitive cycle. At the end of the day, they after one thing. They're trying to get in that pocketbook. You know what I mean? So I guess at the end of the day, you really don't hear about too many sisters really trying to take our athletes or our stars or our brothers.
I want to know what it is. Why suddenly they going to attack for the Saltines? I want to know what it is. What is it? Do they think they can control them? They're easy control. What is it? Diddy, they tried to get him the RICO and all that. And none of that case wasn't proven. We seen that. We already knew that wasn't going to be proven. They just trumped the charges on him. And he got charged with the lesser cases. In them cases, what they charged him with, come on, man. Yeah. They failed. Because Cassidy failed. She got that money. She should have just walked away.
Now, my question to you, though, Dave, is do you think these allegations that's brought up against Tyler Perry, do you think that they're going to stick? Do you think this even will go to a grand jury? You know what I mean? Because that's the question. They're just, right now, it's just allegations.
Right now, I can't even tell you. We in America, bro. And if they went after Bill Cosby, and they put Bill Cosby, and Bill Cosby said he was blind, and everything. Bill Cosby thought of everything that could have been wrong with him.
Right.
And they still locked him up.
Yeah, but he was free. And just like I said with the whole Puffy thing, look.
The pudding man.
Look, it's a shakedown, not just from these women, but it's a shakedown from the whole system, from the justice system. The lawyers are getting paid on both sides.
Money.
The prosecution is definitely getting paid. Like I said, and at the end of the day, with this sentencing, the judge may even get a bag. You know what I mean? Which I'm quite sure he will. But everyone has getting paid. The justice system from keeping Puffy locked up, from keeping Bill Cosby locked up, and so is R. Kelly. But most of all, who's winning are these lawyers. And if you notice, who are these lawyers that's always backing up these high-profile athletes and entertainers? It's always a white Jewish man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And they getting paid off the backs and the sweat and the labor of our athletes and our stars. You know what I mean? So it's always a shit.
At the end of the day, can you blame them? They went into business.
You can't blame them.
They went into business. They went into business to do this, to make money.
Right. So
and they found the perfect people to make money.
Right. So us as a group, as a people, we have to realize, it's all a game. It's a shakedown to be able to drain the money that they do have. Because if you notice, they'll take the money that like with Bill Cosby, they drained whatever they took from him, and he was released a few years later. Same thing with Puffy. They dropped most of the main charges, but they kept a few of the charges that probably would stick. But
it's all about money.
Right. He will be coming home.
But what they send the message to us.
Exactly.
We don't have their power or money. They letting us know, no matter how many of us are rich billionaires, It's more of them.
I got a good one.
It's more of them.
Local Fatty said, "I'm very worried about Travis Hunter." And, you know, that's you make a lot of comments about him.
Hey, listen,
that's a good comment,
listen,
Travis Fatty.
Hey, listen, bro. You hit it right because I just talked about Travis Hunter.
Yeah,
and he don't know no better. He ain't had no father. His father, I think, is in jail. He ain't got nobody to really get in his head. He young and he full of cum. At the end of the day, he don't have nobody to talk to that can tell him how to do things. Because we're not saying don't be with this woman. What we're saying is why would you not protect yourself? And you repeatedly see this happens to young boys all the time. 46 million for 3 years. Number one pick.
She was smiling.
She licking her chops.
Listen, and you know he got a grin and a smile out of this world. Her grin and smile was bigger than his. You know, but look, I'm gonna have to contest what you said, Dave, as far as him not knowing. Look, when these guys come into the NFL, they have camps that talk about shit like this. About women that's going to be coming after these men for really for their money. You know what I mean? They have literally conversations and talks and classes about this specific conversation that we have. So, you know, they know, you know what I mean? I think, honestly, I think they're telling them to date the opposite of their race. You know what I mean? Real talk. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, most of these new athletes that's been coming in, you don't see them with a lot of, black women. You know, you see a lot of, you see them with a lot of snow bunnies.
Listen,
I'm just be real.
I don't know. You realize that's a fact. And I don't know why it's like that, but the thing is, Travis Hunter, this girl literally is film out. I mean, it's video out here with her saying she didn't even know him, so she didn't like him.
Mm.
And then he took her to the club, and that's what he chose to do. That's cool. I couldn't do it. While she in the club shaking it up for 3 hours or more, he's sitting outside asleep.
Yeah, I think he should have waited, you know, because look,
he shouldn't have rushed nothing.
He
but
just came into the league, just coming to a bunch of money. It's gonna be so many temptations, Dave.
Let's keep it real then, bro.
And the first time he fuck up, that's when she taking him to the bank.
Yeah, but look, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. The NFL talking to your son, then you as a man talking to your son is a different conversation.
Right.
See, I can tell my son something and it means more than what they telling him. See what I'm saying? Because I had that son. I helped create that son. I helped raise that son. I helped been talking to him. See, what I'm saying is not saying he didn't have a father figure in his life. What I'm saying is he don't have a father at the time he needs one. He needs someone to be in his head.
Right.
And make him think about what he's doing. But it's too late for that now. And then to add insult to injury, she didn't even take his last name.
Yeah, that's deep. You know, but you see a lot of these
with the tattoo.
You see a lot of these young women
on the tattoo of money on the ring finger.
You see a lot of these women not taking their husband's last names. You know, and I can name.
I can understand. I can understand some of them. I can understand some of them based on their culture,
right? That already had a name for themselves,
or they already had their own name. Like Jada Pinkett had her own name
before she married.
She didn't have Will Smith power, but she still had her own name.
Right.
So you can understand to a degree, but that's saying something.
That's saying a lot.
That's saying something.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And he bossed up, G-Wagon boxed up on delivery.
Local Fatty said, modern day slavery, legal slavery, the system is whack. Now, I agree with you. You know,
the system is designed for us to fail. We're going to keep failing because we keep falling for the bait.
Yeah, you know, and really at the end of the day, you know, most of these athletes, you know, they're smart enough to know what the fuck is going on. You know, they get high-priced lawyers. You know, they talk to the best legal team. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's like pick your poison.
You know what? Do you got that on the audio?
Yes, sir.
Let's hear this one more audio so we can give you our commentation on. So we can give you our take on that. We're gonna let y'all hear this before we get out of here because this is real. Tyler Perry being accused.
Yeah, it's deep, man. Give me 1 second. I got it queued up. I got to find it, but yeah, you know, and he won't be the last one that'll be accused.
Well, it's gonna keep repeating itself because they don't care.
Right.
Because they don't care.
Now to legal news and the $260 million sexual assault lawsuit just filed against Tyler Perry. The media mogul calling it a shakedown. It's really, really unfair. And the suit was filed by actor Derek Dixon, who appeared in 85 episodes of Tyler's drama, The Oval. I really hated the job. His filing includes screenshots of 19 alleged text exchanges between him and the studio head, including one where Tyler asks, "What's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex?" Are you jealous? The actor alleges in one instance, the 55-year-old forcibly pulled off his clothing and attempted to force himself on him. Also as leverage, the suit alleges Tyler had Derek's character shot, leaving his survival up in the air as a cliffhanger. Tyler's attorney calls the claims fabricated, adding, "This is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam." The fact that there's a lawsuit probably means they couldn't agree to a settlement. I'm at a good place now. The media mogul, who is worth more than an estimated $1 billion, last publicly dated model and filmmaker Galila Bakele.
Wow. See, and he's dating women. Very.
Wow.
And out in the open, friend of mine.
They were together for more than 10 years and co-parent their 10-year-old son.
It's very special.
Man. Once again. Did y'all hear that? It's always a shakedown when they get after you. But you're supposed to know that in the beginning. This guy said he needed that job. Now, I ain't trying to be funny. What was he willing to do for that job?
Yeah.
Or what did he do?
Oh, he definitely did something. You know what I mean? Because like the one guy said in the video, it's probably versus a settlement. Normally, instead of a lawsuit, it's normally a settlement.
They come to an agreement.
I mean? Yeah,
they couldn't come to an agreement. It
right.
wasn't enough money.
Exactly. So that lets you know something went on.
Well, God, man, the Oval. There's something strange about that show, man. It's something strange about the Oval. But here's the thing. All jokes aside, man. If this is really going on, I just don't get it. This is a happy land world. People are doing what the hell they want, and they don't give a damn about consequences. And I'm not saying Tyler Perry did anything, but I'm just not understanding it. And this is going to keep repeating itself, and it don't make any sense.
Yeah, one thing that and I want to add this before you close out, Dave. Like in just a video that we just played, he dated a black woman for over 10 years. Quit fronting, just come out. Just keep it real. More people will respect you more if you just came out the closet. Just say you're openly homosexual.
Well, let's keep it real. It's gonna be a lot that would, and it'll be a lot. The ones that's already gay would, but the ones that's not, they're not gonna respect you.
Yeah, see, because
except for the ones that believed he was like that anyway.
Right. Because if he would have came out the closet, Dave, none of these allegations would have even come up. That's just a way to get him to come out of the money, by bringing him out of the closet when he wasn't ready to, but pretty much that's how I look at it, man. I think these allegations may be true. That's why they're trying to hit him with these lawsuits, trying to just get him to pay up under the door.
Allegedly, he's been accused of some things, and people are starting to come out. But that's what makes me mad. I'm gonna say this, and I ain't trying to be harsh, but I gotta keep it real.
Keep it real.
Why is none of these accusers never saying what's really been done to them?
Right. Or why do they wait until shit don't went bad?
Yeah, why they not really saying the truth? Tell what he done to you. Tell if he made you do this, if he made you do that. Tell it all.
Yeah.
Let's hear the real. Because a lot of these accusers, we starting to find out, with the Diddy trial, starting to see they ain't finna get no money.
Yeah, facts.
Listen, I trained my daughters from the beginning. I don't care about none of that. If someone violates you, you talk. You tell it. You don't wait 20, 30 years. You don't wait 15 years. Now, I'm not knocking nobody that does that, but it don't make sense to me. It makes it look like it's not real.
Exactly. If a motherfucker got to wait 5 to 10 years to say that they were sexually assaulted by the motherfucker they're trying to accuse, Normally you was with what they had going on with your ass, you know, until the money or whatever dried up.
Until something went wrong.
Exactly.
Y'all had fell out with each other, bad blood went down. Now it's time. I'm gonna sue your ass.
Exactly. And that's all that's going on with the Diddy, with the Puffy, with the Bill Cosby, even with the R. Kelly. You know what I mean?
Diddy told him take that. I'm not playing. He said take that.
Yeah.
Diddy gonna be all right.
You know, so
you can't charge nobody for being a super damn freak.
No, that's why they dropped majority of those main charges, you know, that would have had
him. And Tyler Perry,
20 years.
Now we gotta watch this being done to you. And I hope say it ain't so. Because man, we need you to win.
Yeah, he gonna have to go.
You putting too many jobs out here. You putting blacks on. You putting them on from Nigeria, from everywhere. You putting them all on.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Well, y'all, you know, it's been an interesting show. Talking that talk with y'all, that real talk, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and share the channel. Let's get them lights out. Let's get it popping. The quote today is, rich people think they can do what they want. This shit ain't gonna never stop until they really care. Real talk.